for me, I say stay tuned for Mr. Douchebag 2.0 because somehow he's gonna come back
Sure.
from the dead, and be prepared for fucking something involving your mom. It won't be doing your mom. It'll be something involving your mom. Maybe killing your mom this time. Maybe
Oh,
we'll take a step up. We did your mom. We stalked your mom. Now we're gonna kill your mom. We're going to be having a discussion today, and today's discussion is one I thought I would never have because I could have sworn that this was never going to happen. But your favorite Martian has come back, and probably most kids today don't know what the fuck that is. For the better, probably
Probably
for
not.
the worse. I don't know. But
no, it's probably for the better.
your favorite Martian was a band made by someone who's now completely irrelevant, if you can even call it a band. Made by someone who's now completely irrelevant, Ray William Johnson. And I know it's golden coming from me, but he is irrelevant. Ray William Johnson. And it was basically made to cash in on the success of Gorillaz. And, but it sounds nothing like Gorillaz. It just follows the aesthetic of like an animated band doing music videos and fucking going on adventures and shit. And I know that Gorillaz didn't invent the musical band completely animated. Technically, it was the Beatles. Most people don't know that, but the Beatles had an animated tour like a long, long time ago. So they're technically the ones to do it, but they're not an animated band. They're a band that's animated, so that's different. But to not go on
Yeah.
another fucking side tangent about musicians, with Ray William Johnson, he did one song as himself called Doing Your Mom, and the song was iconic, it was memey, everyone fucking remembers it, but it wasn't good. So, Ray wanted to capitalize on that, so he started making more music. I'm not going to name any of your favorite Martian songs, because I can't really remember any of them off the top of my head, but I'll say this before we really start the discussion. I didn't like your favorite Martian, and I still don't like your favorite Martian. So, like, this isn't coming from a place of love like the Leafy video. This is coming from a place of confusion. So, your favorite Martian had like a year of videos where the characters looked one way, were animated by a company, and had a really crude art style. The main character had kind of a potty mouth a little bit, but he wasn't outright rude or hateful. Then when they did the second iteration of the show, the character got a redesign slightly, and he became a crude asshole like Ray William Johnson. And it became more and more obvious that it was just a self-insert for Ray. But as it continued on and as it kept going, the character just became terrible. Like, you don't want to follow someone who's a complete piece of shit with no redeemable qualities. And that was fucking Puff Puff, the main character. There was no reason to like him. The only person that would like Puff Puff is Ray himself. But the music wasn't that good, but it did get better as it went along. I think the worst song they made was probably Stalking Your Mom. I didn't like that song. I don't even think Ray wrote that one originally. It's just a slight remake of Doing Your Mom, and it seems like that's like the main thing is that Ray is like creatively bankrupt and can't really come up with stuff on his own and constantly has to recycle his own material. Because that's continuing to this day. Your favorite Martian is back, and with the continuation of your favorite Martian, Ray has released 2 music videos, and they're both sequels of an already established and successful video. And they're both covering the same subject, which could have easily been put into one video. So I don't know why they did Orphan Tears 2 and 3 when they could have done just Orphan Tears. And the jokes in Orphan Tears 2 and 3, they haven't aged well. I shit you not, they have Chuck Norris and Bill Cosby in it. Bill Cosby. Like maybe in 2018 a Bill Cosby rape joke would be funny, but like we're in 2022. Like Bill Cosby's out of prison now. I don't know when these songs were written, but like they have aged like fucking milk.
I hate making new friends.
But
I
imagine they
yeah.
were probably written like sometime before he decided to come back. He was
Yeah.
probably messing around with them.
Well, whatever was the case, they're not good. They're not
No.
good. Fucking Your Favorite Martian was never really that good anyway, but they're not good songs. They've aged terribly and they just came out. And I think the worst thing about the new Your Favorite Martian is that yet again the characters have been redesigned, but now all of them have visible eyes, and it really just makes none of them stand out. Like before, Puff Puff was the only one with visible eyes, and that made him clear as the main character. But now everyone looks the same, and the art style looks like shit. Like honestly shit. Like Puff Puff has like weird fucking hexagonal glasses, and I don't know why he has an appearance like this. His hair is sloppy, and it looks very strange. Like the second generation of Your Favorite Martian looked like slightly upgraded first generation Your Favorite Martian characters. But the new ones look like they've gone in a completely different direction and are hardly recognizable for being the characters. So I don't know what they're going for with this new generation, especially considering that, like, you think they would want to bank off of nostalgia. You think that their main goal
Yeah.
would be banking off of the people who remember Your Favorite Martian.
Oh, absolutely, because that would be the people who would be more interested in watching them. Because they already know who they are. I'm sure there'd be plenty of people who'd like to see them come back.
So far, they've just done, like, sequel songs and just fucking changed the art style in all the worst ways. And yet again, like, which was a problem with Gorillaz and a problem with Your Favorite Martian towards the end, there's too many fucking guests in the fucking songs. For what little appeal Your Favorite Martian had to begin with, it's Ray William Johnson. So I don't care about this demon girl that they're trying to shove in. I don't care about any of the other singers. I want Ray William Johnson, even though I don't like his music and I don't like him as a person. If I were to go to Your Favorite Martian, it'd be for him and not the guest singers.
Yeah. Well, why else would you go to someone's channel if it's just for someone else?
Yeah.
Like, that would be pointless. You want to go somewhere for that person.
I guess I'll address this now because a lot of people will probably be screaming this in their heads. The reason why Your Favorite Martian went on hiatus for years and the reason why these songs were probably intended to go up years ago is because Ray was partnered up with Maker Studios. Maker Studios got bought up by Disney, and there was a whole bunch of legal issues with them. They tried to take his PayPal. Not PayPal. They tried to take his AdSense account. They tried to hold onto the rights of his characters. Like, there was just so many issues. They recorded a whole album, and they couldn't decide who owned the album. Like, any problem that could go wrong did go wrong, to the point to where even when Ray, like, should have 100% definitively owned the characters, everything was still held up in legal limbo. So I'm assuming that, like, the courts deemed, like, either you do something with this maker or give it back to Ray. So I'm assuming they just gave it back to Ray so they wouldn't have to fucking deal with it anymore.
Yeah, more than likely.
But that's what it seems like anyway. It's like they just don't want to deal with the hassle anymore, so they probably just gave it back to Ray. And Ray was doing a different animated band, and it was shit. Like, really shit. And this one isn't much better. Like, the animation has not improved. Like, we're in 2022, and you can get fucking animators to do far better than what I'm assuming he's paying an actual studio to do with the fucking Your Favorite Martian show. Maybe it's to harken back to the fact that it used to look like shit, but I don't think you should look like shit just to fucking make people remember, oh yeah, this looked like shit when I was a kid.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I'm guessing, it's probably because they weren't doing anything with it.
Yeah. So, with Your Favorite Martian, I didn't have any nostalgia for it. I don't have any interest in it. I don't have any compassion for it. But I'm sure that there are some people who will come back to it, and maybe some new kids will laugh at it. But for me, I say stay tuned for Mr. Douchebag 2.0, because somehow he's going to come back from the dead. And be prepared for fucking something involving your mom. It won't be doing your mom. It'll be something involving your mom. Maybe killing your mom this time.
Oh,
Maybe we'll take a step up. We did your mom. We stalked your mom. Now we're gonna kill your mom. If I called that one, if I called that one, Ray, canceling your mom on Twitter. There we go. Maybe that'll be it. Maybe that will be the fucking hit. But yeah, I have no interest in Ray, and if I'm being honest, your favorite Martian was cringe. Like, honest to God, cringe. Like, real cringe. I went back and rewatched it, just to be sure. And I'm gonna say this is gonna be the most insulting thing of it all. When I was a kid, at the same time your favorite Martian was coming out, I listened to Rucka Rucka Ali and Fred, and I thought your favorite Martian was cringe. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just didn't like Ray William Johnson or the fucking thing. I liked Equals 3, but I didn't like Ray. He's cringe.